in position.
We're looking good.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're on the set of a commercial for a new product, Night On, a children's remedy for fever and pain.
You're just taking it right out of frame.
Okay.
The set is dressed. Actors are in place.
And we're rolling.
And this mom, she'll be making a convincing pitch.
So I'm giving him the pills. He's taking them out of my hand.
Night On claims to be effective. Looks real, but we made it up to find out if approval from Health Canada is a license to deceive. We're investigating popular drugstore remedies you trust. We spend $2.4 billion on natural and homeopathic health products every year, many with impressive claims.
Effective relief.
Yep, natural and effective.
Clinically proven.
We pick some up as part of our research. Bring them to a focus group we recruited.
This will be fun.
We'll watch from behind this one-way mirror as these parents check out some of those drugstore remedies.
Seen this one at
I
Shoppers.
did use this one as well.
They know they're on camera, but don't know yet they're part of a Marketplace investigation, because we want their honest opinion.
The natural stuff attract me to it.
I think I'd automatically go to this.
These parents like the promise of natural relief without the side effects of some drugs.
I like that it's alcohol-free.
Definitely the gluten-free. Nice to see some options if, you know, you're eliminating certain things.
They also like Health Canada's stamp of approval, numbers that mean Health Canada has licensed a remedy as safe and effective.
Yeah, it's definitely important.
It's important because obviously you know that they've passed all the tests before they can go on the shelf.
You know, I don't have a background in pharmaceuticals. I need someone to be looking out for my best interests.
So, what's it take to get a license from Health Canada and make claims like relieves fever and pain? To find out, we're going to try to get a license for our own natural health product. We're calling it Night On. Lots of natural remedies say they've got clinical trials and science to prove they work. So, first stop, the lab.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this in here. That looks good. Now I think we'll just add it to this one.
Oh, wish I'd paid more attention in chem class.
Obviously, we have no idea what we're doing when it comes to making our own remedy. So clearly, the first step in getting our product approved is not gonna happen here.
But we're about to learn that's okay. To find out what is required for a Health Canada license, we meet Dr. Matthew Stanbrook.
Hi there, I'm Erica Johnson.
Hi, Dr. Matthew Stanbrook. Pleasure to meet you.
He's written about natural health products in the Canadian Medical Association Journal.
Here are some products that we picked up at the drugstore, and many of them claim to give effective relief for all kinds of health problems. And they're all licensed by Health Canada.
I mean, these products which you've shown me, are homeopathic or natural products, and they make claims for efficacy, but these have not gone through the type of testing and scrutiny that the products that are pharmaceutical products have gone through. The reason is that the licensing standards for these products fall far short of what we expect for prescription medicines or even many over-the-counter medications that went through the same process.
How's that possible?
It's possible because Health Canada is allowing it.
Hard to believe, but turns out for many natural health products, the only thing Health Canada needs can be found in the library, buried in old books. Some natural remedies may have science behind them, but Health Canada doesn't require it. They just want to make sure your ingredients are in a traditional medicine or homeopathic reference book. So we check out a homeopathic encyclopedia for something to relieve fever and pain. How about this that apparently relieves and fever. And there's this. It claims to work for and pain. Perfect. We don't have to send in any pills, just photocopies.
Good enough for us.
But will it be good enough for Health Canada? We still have to fill out an application.
They want to know who's going to be manufacturing this product. Are there any dangerous chemicals in our product? PCBs? No. Antibiotic residues? No. But as far as proof it works, these photocopied pages are all we're going to submit.
Lawyer Jeff Orenstein says it should be a lot harder. He wants to launch a class action over this product, a flu remedy made by the world's largest homeopathic company. Doesn't contain one molecule of active ingredient, but licensed as effective.
Our contention was that, in effect, what people are purchasing for $15 to $20 at a pharmacy was basically a sugar pill that was going to have no effect on their symptoms.
In the U.S., half a dozen class actions are underway over similar natural products for misleading claims. Here, the company said its product works, and the Health Canada license is proof.
They submitted their application, they got their approval, and therefore they say, what did we do wrong? We followed all of Health Canada's regulations, and we got all the necessary approvals.
While we wait for our approval, we're going to work on the packaging for Night On. We'll need some eye-catching claims, just like you see on so many other products on drugstore shelves. Like this one, bust symptoms of the flu, no side effects. This cough syrup, promising effective relief. Or this infant remedy for runny noses, no sugar, dye, or preservatives. To help us out,
Hey, Micheline. Hello. Hoping you can help.
we turn to our graphic artist.
This is the box, but it's pretty plain. Do you think you can help us out?
Absolutely.
She sets to work on our fabricated product.
For children's fever and pain, so we like the title Night On.
And we're going to try a friendly font.
Yeah, I like that.
As for the claims we want to make,
The license we're applying for says it's for effective relief of fever, pain, and inflammation. So can we add that?
In red.
Yeah.
So it stands out. What's in your product?
Nothing, actually. So how about no side effects and no dye?
something that looks kid-friendly.
It's a little small, but let's just scale it and make it more visible.
Do you see him have
There
a
we go.
thermometer under his arm?
It's a cyclical pig. It's so cute.
And one final crucial thing, a space to put our license number, the 8 digits we'll need to actually make these claims.
Under here, that will be the perfect place for it.
Great.
Looks good to us, but will Night On get that Health Canada license?
It really would make a joke of the regulatory process.
And
this is the safe, all-natural insect repellent you eat.
Come on.
What happens when we test a product Health Canada says is effective?
Yeah. That's definitely a bite.
Decode drugstore remedies. Get our tips right now on Facebook and Twitter.
When my Sam has a fever, I know he's relying on me to make him feel better. That's why I rely on Night On Children. It's safe, effective, and relieves his fever and pain.
Are you buying this? It's actually a commercial we made for a product that doesn't exist. Convincing? Maybe.
Because nothing beats Night On.
That's right. We made it all up to find out how hard it is to get a natural remedy licensed by Health Canada. We didn't submit any scientific proof, just a couple of photocopies from an old encyclopedia. Hard to believe, but that's all many natural health products have to do to get approved and end up on drugstore shelves.
Most people have no clue the bar's so low for many drugstore remedies, says Dr. Matthew Stambrook.
So when people buy into the marketing of these products, are they being duped?
Yes. Yes, they are. They're being duped because they think they have a guarantee of that the product works and that it's safe, and in most cases they've not met a proper standard to ensure that that's true.
Now, we're not going to sell our product, but anyone who wants to needs a Health Canada license, and maybe some investors. That Health Canada license sure adds credibility.
Hello, Dragons. My name is Erin Bosch. I am the president of Zarian Dispensary.
Just watch as this entrepreneur makes the pitch for her new natural insect repellent, sold in over 1,000 stores across the country.
Are you tired of harsh chemicals, stinky sprays, gooey lotions, candles, coils? I'd like to introduce you to MozyQ. This is the safe, all-natural insect repellent you eat.
Come on.
Sounds too good to be true. The dragon seems skeptical too.
You're selling something that actually is making a claim. I want to know that we can back that claim up.
We haven't had any allergic reactions. No children have died.
Nope.
But then she reveals a key endorsement, a Health Canada license.
Well, when it comes to Health Canada, you can't just go and throw anything in a tablet and you can't just go and market it.
It's pretty high standard, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, great.
So what scientific proof does Erin have to back up her claims? None that we could find, just a reference to an article in a homeopathic journal. But as we've learned, many natural health products don't need anything more than that for a Health Canada license.
Some of these natural health products make a big deal out of the fact that they've received a license from Health Canada.
Well, I think it's something that they can help to promote their product. I think they're saying, well, if Health Canada has approved us, then we must work and we must be safe. And the average consumer doesn't know the difference.
So we figure we'll run some tests on MozyQ of our own in the entomology lab at Brock University in St. Catharines, Ontario. Researchers here spend their days hanging out with the very bugs most of us want to avoid. They'll help us test just how effective MozyQ is.
Here they come. A cage of mosquitoes.
I think you should have your arm in there for 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Sure.
But before we see what MozyQ can do, we need to know just how appetizing I am with no repellent at all.
I cannot believe I'm doing this. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 have already landed. Okay. Wow, my arm is covered. Yeah. That's definitely a bite.
It's working really well.
For whom?
10 seconds left.
It's really bumpy and lumpy and itchy and burning and not great. Not great.
They count up the bites and number of fed mosquitoes.
And that's the pile of the proof.
Yep.
Next, time to take the MozyQ repellent.
Here we go.
Then wait the directed 30 minutes.
Let's start the clock.
For it to fully take effect.
And that's time.
Come on, Brian.
I sure hope MozyQ works.
I cannot believe we're doing this again. I'm doing this again.
But my other arm's no sooner in the cage than...
Definitely biting, definitely biting. Does this look any different to the first test to you?
It looks pretty much like it did the last time.
The proof is written all over my arm.
How many bites?
This time you had 77 mosquito bites.
77 with a product that was supposed to repel them?
Yep.
For me, MozyQ's a bust. Statistically, both arms are bitten the same amount, 135 bites all told.
It's so itchy. Oh, I have to do this.
We get entomologist Fiona Hunter's take.
Just by looking at your reactions, it has not reduced the number of bites, nor has it actually reduced the itchiness from what it looks like.
No, it definitely hasn't. What's the worst case scenario for people relying on an insect repellent that doesn't work?
We know that we have a mosquito-borne disease, West Nile virus, that can be transmitted by mosquitoes. So I think the risk is people rely on a product that actually doesn't work instead of actually protecting themselves. So I think there is a danger
And sure enough, after doing some research of their own, all the dragons pull out of the MozyQ deal. The company wouldn't give us an interview, but it recently received Health Canada licenses for a new line of natural children's products, including one to relieve fever, just like ours. We're still waiting for our license for Night On, and if we get it, there'll be nothing stopping us from getting it onto drugstore shelves and into medicine cabinets like yours. Lawyer Jeff Orenstein says it can all add up to a license to deceive. He's trying to sue a manufacturer for making misleading claims.
The judge ruled against your case in part because it was licensed by Health Canada as being effective.
Right. What the judge had pointed to was that Boiron got the application approved, and since the regulations talk about the efficacy of the product, that was evidence that supported that, in fact, those products were effective.
Yep, good enough for Health Canada was good enough for the judge.
So what does that do for consumers' rights?
Well, effectively, it inoculates these companies from consumers going to court and saying, these products don't do what the box says that they do.
For Orenstein, the fight's not over. He's already filed an appeal. So how easy is it to get people to buy into those claims on natural remedies? We're back behind the scenes with our focus group.
Safe, effective, and relieves in fever and pain.
What do they think of our product?
Quite attractive.
Definitely something I would buy.
Some even say they'd buy Night On over popular brands.
Night On I went for because it says the no side effects, and I'm very, very curious about this product.
I think that if my kid is sick, then I want something that's going to deal with their fever, because fevers are dangerous.
If a parent reached for this hoping that it would give their child relief from a fever, would that worry you?
It would concern me because there are effective treatments for fever, and untreated fever in some cases can have serious consequences, like seizures in some children.
How much concern would it be to you if we actually got it licensed by Health Canada?
It really would make a joke of the regulatory process for this class of products at the Health Canada level.
So, will Health Canada give us a license to sell our made-up medicine?
We're hoping to get a minute with the minister.
And
I'm Erica Johnson. I'm from Marketplace.
We let the focus group in on our secret.
And it actually infuriates me.
Go behind the scenes for our investigation at cbc.ca/marketplace. We're investigating how much you can trust Health Canada's stamp of approval. We've made up our own product, Night On, a children's remedy for fever and pain. We applied to Health Canada for a license to sell it, didn't have to give any scientific proof it works. And 5 months later, out on a shoot, we get word.
Oh, the moment of truth. Did we get our product license? Let's see. Yep, we did. Night On is approved for the relief of fever, pain, and inflammation. We even got a product number. Unbelievable.
Incredibly, everything we need to put our made-up product and claims with no science on the market. We share our surprising news with Dr. Matthew Stambrook.
We're not pharmacologists. We work in TV. We don't know what we're doing here, and we got a license from Health Canada for this product.
I'm not sure that lack of scientific expertise really distinguishes you from some of the companies that are putting products just like this on the shelf and making a lot of money from them. It's very disappointing and very concerning.
Sure is. Thousands of natural remedies are approved for sale every year. No way to know if there's science to back up their claims. Time to tell our focus group Marketplace is behind Night On, and just how easy it was to get Health Canada's stamp of approval.
Hi, guys. I'm Erica Johnson. I'm from Marketplace on CBC. And I have a confession. This is actually a product that we made ourselves and got licensed through Health Canada.
That's really unbelievable, actually.
Wow. You're saying wow.
Yeah, it makes me really worried about how I spend my money and the choices I make.
It's Unnerving to know that they can claim these things without the clinical trials. So for me, that's a big one. And I actually have seen these products right next to the Claritin and the Tylenol.
Do you know that there was a difference?
Didn't know, and I'm just not sure that I'd be prepared to subject my kids to be like guinea pigs for it, right?
They're being allowed to do this, right? It's Health Canada, it's letting them do it.
Health Canada says most natural health products they license are low risk and give people choice. But are consumers also being deceived? We go to Parliament Hill to talk to Health Minister Rona Ambrose. We've been trying to get an interview.
We're hoping to get a minute with the minister.
We wait and wait, but only get a call from her press secretary.
We got a license for a product to treat children who may have a fever.
It's a low-risk profile product.
When a patient has a fever, that's not low risk, especially a child. It would be great for the minister to speak to that for a couple of minutes.
Okay, I'll look into it.
Doesn't look like we're going to get an interview. That's too bad.
This health researcher says the system's clearly broken.
What do you think needs to happen?
I think that we should have one standard for the approval of any product that wants to make a health claim. If you want to make those claims, you should be held to the same standard that a drug would be held to if it were going on the market.
So next time you're in the drugstore looking for something that cures what ails you, don't be so sure what you pay for is effective. Because the way Health Canada gives so many products a license to deceive, remedies like Nidon could really be nothing.
Next week on Marketplace, let the grocery games begin.
Everything seems to be smaller in size.
Companies are reducing the size of their products, but maybe not the price.
You have to almost second guess whether you're getting the same value for your money.
How do they do it? And how do you tell if you're being hacked?
They change the packaging and you think you're getting the same thing, but there is less. I don't like that.
We test some savvy shoppers in a race to the checkout.